I was born to run, I was born to travel. It's another day alive, raising hell and slanging gravel.
Hey everybody, in this upcoming video I just wanted to let you know in this front end refresh series we're going to have part 1, part 2, and part 3. And I filmed these in 2023, June and July of 2023, so I had no idea whether we could get the old General Lee running or not. Now we have, as you've seen from the opening of these videos, so this is just kind of a flashback of some of the stuff we've done to get the General Lee where he's at today. So enjoy part 1 of this front end refresh, and I'll see you shortly. What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. This is GL Resto Mod, and I am Chan, and of course we are in the General Lee. And today we're going to start a 3-part series on the front end refresh of the General Lee. As you know, the car's been sitting for 10 years in an enclosed carport. Only the front's been open, so the front end's been exposed to the elements for over 10 years. So part 1, we're going to restore this faded out grille. In part 2, we're going to repaint the brush guard, and in part 3, we're going to polish the bumper and try to bring some of that shine back to that chrome. And we're going to do all that. That way, eventually, when we get the car running, when people see us in the rear view mirror, for that brief second before I duck out and pass them, we want it looking good. So see you shortly. What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm Chan, and of course this is the GL or General Lee Resto Mod behind me here. So what's going on, as you know, the story is the car hasn't ran for 10 years. So in that time frame where it's just sitting in an enclosed carport behind me, the grille has completely faded. It used to be black. Me and my grandfather actually took the whole grille out, bumpers off, everything. It was an absolute mess. We almost like to never got it back on. But we painted it is why we did that. But as you can see, the sun has just completely faded that after 10 years of abuse. So today, with the help of my neighbor Owen and my friend Owen, we're going to try 2 different things. This on one headlight door and this on the other. So this one's a spray. This is the Crystal Products GX3 Plastic Restorer. It's a spray, and I'll just spray it on this headlight door and see how that brings the finish back. And I'll also, on this other headlight door, use the Meguiar's Endurance Tire Gel. Now it's a tire gel, but it'll also bring the shine back to these old plastics. Then I'm going to use these plastic applicators so I can get in all the nooks and crannies, because the difficulty with this grill is it's got like a square pattern in it, and the square part is raised, or the edges of the squares are raised, and then the part in between the square is actually recessed, so it's hard to get in there. So we're going to use these applicators. So sit tight, and I'm going to go ahead and get this done and let you see what the results are. So I've actually got both headlight doors finished, but the problem is we're running out of daylight. It took me a while. So I'll be back tomorrow and let this dry overnight, and then I'll be back tomorrow and we'll check out the results. See you then. All right everybody, we're back. This is day 2 of trying to get the grille finish back and restored. So I've done this headlight door with the spray can, and I did this one over here with the gel that I put on with the applicator. As you can see, the difference now that it's dry, how much better it looks. I think if I only had the spray and I saw this, I would think, wow, and I would do the whole grill. But once you see this, what you're seeing now on this side, where the Charger logo and everything is, this is much better black. So my verdict on these two are they both do great, but the advantage to the gel is that it takes much longer to put on. It takes much longer, but it's totally worth it in the end, as you can see from the pictures here. But the other thing is, on the other side, the advantage of the spray is that it goes on extremely quick. Like, it's extremely quick. I sprayed it, you saw in the last video, maybe, I don't know, a handful of times or more, and just got it saturated, and then it's looked the same ever since, especially now that it's dry. But the disadvantage to that is it smells really bad. So if I was doing that in a garage, I'd make sure it's well ventilated. Thankfully, I'm outside. It wasn't that big a deal. But also, it's not as deep black as the gel did from Meguiar's. So what we're going to do in the next video is I'm going to show you how it looks. I'm going to do the rest of the grill, these two inner pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and use the gel on all of it. And to do that, though, I'm going to remove the brush guard. You know, the General Lee had a brush guard. They use two different kinds in the series. We'll have a future video on that as well. But for now, this is aluminum. Needs painted, so I'm going to take this off here, and then I'm going to finish the rest of the grill and get it looking nice. And I'll show you the final product, and then we'll get to work on this brush guard. So see you next time. I'm back. So as you can see in the previous video, taking the brush guard off is really simple. I love the way these things are engineered. They have these metal plates bolted to them, or welded to them, I mean, and you basically just take off the original bumper bolts here and here and put the bolts that come with it and a nut on the back and just loose them up and take them off, and you're good to go. And like I say, these narrow push bars I like quite a bit. I don't really like the larger big ones that they use later on in the series. These narrow ones, the new ones that you buy, actually, like I said, bolt here, but used to on the show, they actually welded them on. If you go, I'll put a link in the description below. There's a video, one of my favorite YouTube channels is Autotopia LA, and they have a General Lee, a surviving General Lee from the original series Dukes of Hazzard on there featured. Awesome video. It's bought by Chrome Cars. They have all kinds of awesome movie and TV cars that are all authentic and have lots of paperwork to substantiate them. It's really cool. But anyway, where they recycled parts, they apparently have a bumper on that car. That car has a wide brush guard, because from season 4 on they used the wide brush guard, and it attached down here on the frame. And but the narrow ones were welded to the bumper. But in that video they show you that they have a bumper that was used on an early series car on this later General Lee. So it's got the brush guard that is real wide and hooks under the bottom, but they show you the weld marks where it was welded. The narrow one had been welded to the bumper that's on their car. So anyway, it's a little interesting fact about some of the stuff on the Dukes of Hazzard on these General Lees. But so I've got the brush guard off. So next I'm going to show you a time lapse, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish using the gel like I did on this headlight door here. I'm going to use that gel and finish up these two pieces, and I might even go over that, because I think the black on this looks better than the spray. So I'm gonna see how that goes. So I will see you in a bit. All right, everybody, I'm back. I ended up doing something a little bit different. So what I did was this whole side here, I did in the spray, and the other side I did in Meguiar's tire gel. So I initially said I was going to do the whole thing in the tire gel, but I changed my mind. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. So just let me know what you think in the comments below. And here's the final product after it's been dried for a day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us next week for part 2 of the front end refresh for the General Lee, where we repaint the push bar. See you then.